Hey everyone, it's Justin here again from Holistic Ostomy, and today I'll be talking about 5 things that I've learned after 5 years with an ileostomy. The first that I would like to talk about is that a leak in the bag, in my opinion, is better than a shit in the pants. I had a nurse tell me this when I was in the hospital before I had surgery, and it kind of gave me a different perspective on what an ostomy means. It's a bit of a perspective shift. Kind of dealing with ostomy challenges beats the alternative of Crohn's or cancer. And I found the practical management of being able to choose when I can go to the bathroom empowering compared to the unpredictability, the kind of chaos that you have when you are having bowel issues. Along with this, I think humor and acceptance are very important to help navigate these difficult moments. And that ostomy challenges, they can be frustrating, but they really do beat that whirlwind of emotions you feel when you don't know if you can control your body. The second that I would like to talk about is that your body adapts more than you think. So I found that the first few months were the hardest, just in terms of recovery, getting used to an ostomy physically and mentally. But after some time, gradually you do kind of adapt, and you'll come to accept it and get back to feeling normally in both physical and mental ways after your recovery. Just make sure to give yourself lots of time and take it easy as well. Eventually you'll develop your own system as well. A lot of times the scary parts of getting an ostomy are the unknowns and all the different things you might have to learn. And when you finally have like your own system and supplies that you are familiar with, you'll feel a lot more comfortable. And your days will just become so much more smooth. It also really shows how adaptable you are, I think, once you start figuring things out. All these things that seemed really foreign in the past will be like second nature to you once you adapt. The third that I like to talk about is that there's lots of supplies and accessories out there. Just know that if you get set up with the system in the hospital or with the nurse, that's not the only system out there. In Canada, here at least, there's different brands: Coloplast, Hollister. I think you can get Salts, Convatec, many more. And within those, there's even more brands that offer accessories. And finding the right products is crucial for that comfort and that confidence and feeling good with your ostomy finally. As well, I find they can significantly improve your quality of life, especially in some more specific situations. For example, using wafer extenders or the kind of plastic sticky edges will protect your wafer from lifting off, which I find is great from going swimming or skiing maybe. As well, there's like one-off disposable bags if you're in a tough situation where you can't empty. Or as well, there's even bigger bags for overnight, which are really common to so you can sleep through the night better. All in all, there's so many products I could talk about here, but I just want to leave it at that, saying don't settle for what doesn't work. There's a whole world, and finding the right setup will make all the difference, so that you can get through your day without leaks or without any issues. The fourth thing that I've learned is the ability to be in tune with my body. And I started developing this with my Crohn's. Just kind of how I was feeling, I was being asked a lot at the doctor, how are things going? But now even with an ostomy, I have such more awareness of how my body responds to food and stress. And I have such a better understanding of my digestive system and my personal patterns. So this includes like what I eat, when it's going to come out of me, in what form, what kind of foods I should eat, what I should maybe avoid, and how I can choose them based off the activity. I might be doing a video on this later, so stay tuned. But overall, having an ostomy really forced me to listen to my body, and I've learned my rhythms and patterns way better than ever before. And it's something that I've learned to appreciate over the 5 years. The last thing I'd like to say after 5 years with an ostomy, my fifth tip, is that you get out what you put into it. If you're coming into it with a poor mindset, especially if it's a temporary ostomy, you don't want to learn, you don't want to invest the time into the right supplies, you don't want to become educated or try and live your normal life with an ostomy, then it won't happen. You have to have that perspective shift where you're dealt this hand and now you have to play it, and you better play it to the best of your ability. There's no folding in the game of life. You're here, and the more effort you put into living well with your ostomy, the better experience you'll have. This was kind of hard for me to wrap my head around at the start because it felt so overwhelming. But now, after 5 years, I know that everything that I've done in the past to learn and improve my ostomy situation has just benefited me greatly in everyday life. So I really hope you guys are doing well. I hope that some of these tips can help you. Life is not over with an ostomy, and once again, I hope to share my experiences so that you guys have a better idea of what it means to live well with an ostomy. Anyway, this has been Justin. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you next time.